good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Jump. Last night, Evander Holyfield stepped into the ring with former mixed martial artist Vitor Belfort. And, you know, I didn't know very much about the guy. And but we saw the fight. It didn't last no longer than 40 seconds. Evander Holyfield was out of there. They stopped the fight, and I'm glad they stopped the fight because he could have been really, really hurt bad. And it reminds me of the Evander Holyfield James Toney fight. Now, obviously, this was 18 years ago, and Holyfield at that time was much more agile in the ring and was still considered to be somewhat Holyfield. But if you guys remember that fight against James Holyfield, James Toney was fighting his first fight at heavyweight. This was in 2003. After the first and second round of that fight, Holyfield got old. The third to the ninth round, Toney hit him over the top with overhand rights all fight long. Okay? And in the ninth round, he got knocked down. Okay? Holyfield was saying, "Why did you stop the fight?" Same shit happens this time. Belfort is just whooping his ass. The fight has stopped. Holyfield saying he's disappointed. So again, here's Holyfield blaming other people for why the fight was stopped. But in a bigger sense, guys. Why is Holyfield at 58 fighting? Well, Holyfield's at 58 fighting because he blew through $230 million that he got in purses. Okay? $230 million. In his heyday in the 80s, as a cruiserweight, Holyfield was an excellent fighter. He was on the Olympic team. He's going to be one of the better fighters of all time, right? But he blew through $230 million, 3 divorces, 11 children by 6 women, failed business investments that left Holyfield worth $1 million today. All right? And that's why Holyfield was so big in this, talk to Mike Tyson. And Mike Tyson, to be honest, he had some problems too, losing money, but he was able to get his Tyson energy drink. He has his podcast. So Tyson doesn't really need the money as much as Holyfield does. But this is what I see happening a lot of times with black men. You see a lot of black men who are very talented in the youth, earning a good sort of sums of money. It could be in the illegal world, drug dealing, it could be pimping, it could be athletics, it could be anything. But when these guys have money, here comes everybody. We all know the story, right, brothers? Here's everybody. Here's all the women. Here's all the family members. Here's all the people. And then, you've never been used to it, but when you get that windfall, you think that the money is always going to be there. So it's coming fast and it's going fast. But as black men, do we ever sit back and think that at one point this money is going to stop? That we're going to get old? And that's what happened to Holyfield. Holyfield possibly thought he was never going to get old. And as he got old, he got his ass whooped a lot more. Now, in this fight, he looked just completely defenseless. But he lost to Larry Donaldson, a fighter. Larry Donaldson wasn't a bad fighter at all. Shout out to Larry Donaldson. But as a fighter, he would have killed in his prime. Holyfield should have got out of the boxing and got into promoting like De La Hoya did with Golden Boy. Should have had enough money for investments. But he wasn't a good stewardship of what he received. And if you believe in God, you believe in Jesus, you wasn't a stewardship of what God gave you. And I want to ask black men under the sound of my voice, do you need to learn this lesson yourself, or is Holyfield a good enough person to teach you? And I'm 40, right? And I want you guys to understand, Alpha Male Shad just called me 2 nights ago. And he's not doing this for me to tell you, but the first thing he asked me, he ain't called me. to talk about no YouTube drama or nothing. The first question he asked me was, bro, how are your investments going? Do you know where you want your portfolio to be? Do you know how much money you need to live off of? How much stuff you need? He the only person that ever really called me and asked me that. And that's why I love the brother. Alpha Male Strategy is a good brother. He called me to ask me, what have you been doing with your money that you've been getting? And that's what you call accountability partners. And that's why I love him for that. Because so many times as black men, when we start getting money, here come everybody with their hands out. Mama and daddy and shit, right? You know, and women, if you give it to them, they're going to take it. But at the end of the day, it won't be their fault. It's your fault. We the ones that's giving it. And then when you don't have nothing, ain't nobody there for you. You out here having sex, having the kids and all. Nick Cannon going to find out hard soon enough. You getting married, you keep having children, and you don't prepare for your early days. That's what happens to you. You got to get in the ring and get your ass whooped. But instead of getting your ass whooped in the ring, you get your ass whooped every day. Bills you can't pay. Credit being messed up. Assets getting seized. And again, I'm going to go back to the fact that a lot of black men don't think that fat meat is greasy. And yeah, it is. Okay? It is greasy. And black men got to stop this mindset, you know, and this year, thanks to you, brothers. And I'm so thankful for those who have watched me over the years and supported me over the years and helped me out on this YouTube business and stuff. Because without you, I wouldn't have anything. Without the brothers that support and watch me, I wouldn't have anything. Without the black community, without the African-American male community that watch me and many of you brothers from all over the world, I wouldn't have anything. So I'm honored. I'm honored to serve you and to do what I do for you every day. But I take the stewardship of the money that I felt God has bestowed on me. I take it very serious. Now I pay some. I bought some sandals for some chicks here and there, but I take it serious. And are you brothers, for the things that you worked hard for, do you take your money serious? Do you understand where you're going to be going? Because nobody going to care about you, bro. If you broke, nobody got sympathy for a black man at all. I'm trying to tell you, nobody care. Don't nobody care that you got problems, brother. Nobody care what you got going through. They don't care, family. They do not give a damn. So if you don't look out for yourself right now, if you don't start looking out for your investments right now, I don't know, some of you brothers is in Bitcoin, some of you brothers is in crypto, some of you brothers is in stocks and IRAs and bonds or whatever you in. Brother, if you don't look out for yourself, you will find yourself like so many people like greeting at Walmart. You know, I always wonder when you go to Walmart and you see some of these old people there, 70, 80 years old, how did they get there? Why they not home with their grandkids? Or why they don't have a business that's already set up for them, somebody else can run? They there because they didn't make the right decisions in life. You know, and it's unfortunate. And who let them fight anyway? At the end of the day, Holyfield can blame the refs for not stopping the fight. Holyfield got to blame himself for why he is where he's at. And it's unfortunately, it's another sad African-American story. Another talented brother. God gave him everything. He needed the heart of a champion and had the mind of a fool when it came to all the stuff that God gave him. Don't be like Holyfield, y'all. I'm just saying. It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell, check out the first comment at the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at all-time high.